We've got the two teams already lined up and ready to go. So let's meet them. First up from France, it's Golden Arrow. Hello, France. Oh, there you are. Are you ready to go? Yeah, looks like they're all good to go. You just stay there for a second because let's meet your opponents. We switch over to the Netherlands. Hello, the Netherlands. Are you ready? The lineup for the first semis looks like this. Thomas Giraud will take on Chef van den Berg. That's followed by Lisa Barbalan versus Gabi Schlusser. And the third and final individual match will see Clément Jacquet up against Steve Weiler. Those will be followed by the team match, Golden Arrow versus the Netherlands. Chef van den Berg made a strong start to his match against Thomas Giraud with a run of 5 straight 10s. He couldn't quite make it 6 in the second end. And the first drop points from Chef van den Berg. Only dropping into the 9 ring, so 29. And he has, despite dropping that point, opened the lead up a little further. The French competitor hit back with his first perfect 30 in end 3 to leave only a point between them heading into the final end. And his first perfect score of 30 will have closed the gap by 1 if van den Berg shoots a 10 here. And it is a 10. Trailing by a point on his final arrow, Thomas Giraud had to gamble. It goes up. He is going for a 12. Can he mimic his compound colleague, Nicolas Moncherduz-Girard, who shot so many 12s yesterday in the compound competition? Oh, he has hit it, I think. That is exceptionally close. The angle's not perfect, but it looks very good to me. Chris, would you agree?
That's a 119, and Chef's got no choice now. Waited to the last shots. He's been forced into this.
He certainly has. Well, that is close, but I think that is out. And it looks to me like it may well be a 7 as well. The Netherlands' Gabi Schlusser's second arrow in the first end opened the door for the Golden Arrows' Lisa Barbalan. And the French archer capitalised. A very impressive start from Lisa Barbalan. Barbalan steadily edged ahead in the second and third ends. Schlusser couldn't match her scoring, and that meant a comfortable victory for the French team. And into the 10 ring, finishing off strongly with a 29, subject to confirmation from our scoring team, and Lisa Barbalan on for a 29 herself. If she can hit a 10 to finish things off here. And she has gone into the 10 ring, so that is a 29, and like I say, subject to confirmation, it's 117 plays, 112. In match 3, Clément Jacquet and Steve Weiler were neck and neck until the last hour of the second end, when the Dutchman got his nose in front. That is going to be 29, and the first difference between the two archers. It looks to me like Weiler has opened up a 1-point lead for the Netherlands. Weiler had the momentum, and that continued in the third. And it's gone high again. And another opportunity for the Netherlands to open up the lead just a little bit more. And that's exactly what Steve Weiler does. The Frenchman had to go for it with his final arrow of the match. Does Clément Jacquet go for the 12? Oh, yes, he does. On for 100 117 if he hits it. Oh, now he does look like that. I mean, that is extremely close. It's provisionally marked as a 12, so that's provisional 117. So Steve Weiler, does he go for the 12 or is he going for a 10? He didn't raise his hand. He's gone for the 10. He's got the 10. He's got the regulation maximum of 30 in the final end, which puts him on 117. So provisionally a tied match.
As the confirmation of those final scores, 117, 117. And we'll start our final 3-1 in advantage of the Golden Arrow.
The Golden Arrow and the Netherlands traded blows throughout the first two ends of the team match. And it was the French squad who had a single point advantage going into the third end. Well, the prospect of the 12 having to be shot from the Netherlands has just gone up a tiny bit with that 9 from Steve Weiler. Thomas Chiraud shooting first for the Golden Arrow in this third end. Now that one is close. I think it might be provisionally marked as a 10, but they might have to have a good look at that one.
A bit of a staccato release from Steve Weiler. Dropped it a little low. His bow arm went down a bit, maybe trying to steer it somewhat. Gabi Bayardo, solid in this team final, this team match. Really consistent, 3 10s from 3 shots.
Well, Golden Arrow dropping a point themselves now, so parity restored. Chef Vandenberg perhaps having a little think about whether to go for the 12, but electing not to on this occasion.
And that was strange. That was another change in order from the French team, putting Clement Jacquet on a different spot. Chef. Oh, long time at full draw for Chef Vandenberg, and he really forced that one out and threw it high and right. Risky move, though, from the Golden Arrow, not only to move Clement Jacquet, but of course Lisa Barbalan has got to move as well, and she hadn't missed so far in this match.
And she still hasn't missed, and she's re-established the 2-point lead for the Golden Arrow. The French team provisionally on 90 points to 88 for the Netherlands. So Steve Weiler shooting first, and there is confirmation of the current score. Good first shot. Job done from Steve Weiler. Over to Clement Jacquet. And now that's dropped into the 9 for me. So a notional 1-point gain for the Dutch team, and Gabi Schlusser on the shooting line. Now she's put it into the 9.
Wobbly at full draw. Seems like she had to make an extra effort to come through. It's not what she needed in this last end after 2 solid shots. Thomas Chiraud taking his time with this one.
Yeah, that's a bit unusual. Taking a long time there to set himself up, but he's ready to go now. Right, that's a bit more like it from the Golden Arrow. All square. And of course, Chef Vandenberg raises his hand. He's going for the 12. So they could be on for a maximum of 119 here. Well, it looks like he's hit that, and he had to hit it because it was low. They've gone to 119, so now Lisa Barmelin will be on the shooting line. Does she go for the 10 and the draw, or does she go for the 12 and the win? She hasn't raised her hand, so we have to presume she's going for the 10, and she needs it to level up the points on 119 each. Oh, and she has just clipped it inside that 10 ring. Remarkably, with the scores tied after the individual and team match, this one would be decided by a single arrow shoot-off. Just going through his routine like any other shot here. A huge amount of pressure on this one. Well, I don't think that you can get closer to the centre of the target than that. Over to you, Mr. Weiler. Well, I think that's pretty clear. That's still a 10 for Weiler, but I think that first arrow from Thomas Giraud there on the left was absolutely exceptional.
Fantastic shoot-off arrow, Thomas.
It was a very close match and finished with a shoot-off on team match. It was really impressive, and it's very cool to feel the pressure on that shooting, because it's been a long time that we didn't compete really, and this type of competition is very interesting to learn again how to shoot with pressure.